Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. So I've been back out at my local Lidl supermarket recently and I've picked up a load more interesting tools that I'd like to show you in this video. So if you are out at Lidl supermarket and you're into your Parkside tools, then you might want to take the time and watch this video. Here is a range of different pliers that I bought. This one is combination pliers with dual material handles for a comfortable controlled grip. The length is 180mm, so nice sized set of pliers. Here they are out of the packaging, quite nice. They've got the plastic and rubberized handles on there. There's like a built-in little wire cutter, as you can see there. So the next set, these are side cutters, again with the dual material handles. The length of these 160mm. Here is a close-up shot. They meet nicely. And the final set, some long-nosed pliers, and these are 180mm. Here's a closer look at them. Quite long nose on there, quite useful. And they've also got a built-in little wire cutter as well. So I also bought these three sets. They're quite interesting. The first one is a Hex Key set, 8-piece. Folds away neatly. It's got the rubberized grip around the edge. And you've got some useful sizes here. Great for flat pack furniture, Allen key, hex key heads. Really useful, and they fold away neatly. So really useful to have in a little tool bag or in a drawer. The next set is a screwdriver and socket set, 12-piece. And again, a nice little compact set. There's loads of screwdrivers on there, and you've even got sockets on this one. Really interesting little ingenious tool. You've got some screwdrivers here, you've got some more here, and then there's like a socket head, and you can attach these different sized sockets onto the head. Folds up neatly, loads of useful tools on here. Great little bit of kit. For the sockets you've got 6, 8, 9 and 10mm. And this set is a TX key set, 8-piece. Again, nice and neat and compact. Lots of useful keys on there. As you can see, they all fold out to be used. And then it just folds back up again for storage. So next up is a Hinge Drill Bit Set, suitable for standard hinges. Size 2.8, 3.5 and 4.2mm. 4-piece hex shank, 6.35mm or 1/4 inch. So these are great for centering a pilot hole when you're adding a hinge to a door. I've never owned a set of these, but I've always been on the lookout for some, and now I've got myself a set. So here are the three different sizes, and they have a little holder and they come with a little Allen key for adjustment. As you can see, the drill bit is inside here, so it centers the hole around the size of the hole in the hinge. You put that inside the hole of the hinge, gets it centered, and then the bit will come through here. So next up we've got this set of Ratchet Handles, 2-piece set. It says for sockets and accessories with 10mm or 3/8 of an inch and 6.3mm 1/4 inch connection. Practical quick release mechanism. These were actually reduced. It says on here £6.39 for these, reduced from £7.99. Here's the little 6.3mm, nice comfortable little rubberized grip handles. There's the quick release mechanism and the forward and backwards, and it's got a really nice sounding ratchet. Here is the larger 10mm, and the same again, nice comfortable handle on here, nice brushed metal sort of matte finish, forward and reverse, quick release button, and sounds good too. So next up we have this tool. It's a revolving lever hole punch. It says with dual material handles for a comfortable control grip, and the length 220mm. Here is the tool. So if you need to add another hole on your belt, or you need to punch different sized round holes into leather, this is the tool. It opens up here. There's a little metal flat part here which you press down onto, and you can adjust these depending on what you want to use it for, and they click into position, and then you can punch a little hole in some leather. So here is a set of water pump pliers with dual material handles again, the rubberized handles, 3-year warranty, they all seem to have that, and the length of these is 245mm. So here they are, a nice close-up look, adjustable. Here is an adjustable wrench, the length 205mm. Nice comfy handle, hole if you want to hang it up here. Again, it's got that like brushed metal effect, so it's not chrome, it's more brushed. Parkside branding here, and there's a little measurement scale here as well. Really nice and easy to open and close, as you can see. Let's just do a rough measurement of how much these open up. That is around 3 centimeters. So 30mm. And it does measure on the scale 0 to 30mm. So what they also had available was a selection of different clothing and hats and stuff. So I picked up a Parkside hat. It's got the mesh at the back to keep your head cool. It is the summer, so why not? These are very cheap to buy. Parkside hat, a Parkside bucket hat, and these come in 2 sizes, like a small medium and then a medium large. I got the big one because every time I buy one of these it tends to shrink in the wash, so hopefully this one won't, or if it does, it's quite big to start with. But there's a bucket hat, and I also bought a t-shirt. There's plenty of different ones to choose from. I bought this black one. It says it's made from organic, pure organic cotton, fitted style. I also bought these sets of drill bits, HSS Drill Bit Set 11 piece for metal, and a wood drill bit set 11 piece for wood. These are kept in quite a convenient little case. If you're out and about, you can just open this top up and slide one out, as you can see here. So I also bought this. It's a lighter made by Nola. It has a lock on it, gas refillable, adjustable flame, and I thought this might be good if you're lighting, say, log burners, chimneys, that sort of thing, barbecues, and you just want a bit of distance. A normal lighter doesn't give you much distance, but this one's quite long. So it has a lock here, trigger switch. You can adjust the flame here. Here is the Parkside Japanese pull saw. I bought one of these a few years ago and I liked it with the same kind of handle. They're currently selling it with this straight handle, and also there's an option with an angled handle as well, depending on what you prefer. It says on the packaging here, ergonomic handle with soft grip, flexible saw blade with coarse and fine teeth. Total length is 620mm and it's made for wood. Just shows you on the back here how you can use it. The blade's flexible, it's great for doing flush cuts, and you can change the blade, press a button and it pulls out. So here is my old saw. I've probably been using this for about 3 years now, and it's got 2 blades on it, a fine and a coarse, and I've used it for all sorts. It's very useful. Here is the new one. The blade just clicks into the handle like so, and then you've got a nice long saw. Protected both ends. It's probably a good idea to keep these on as long as you can, because they are very sharp and dangerous. But I'll just show you. Here is the coarse blade. And here is the fine blade. Great for cutting off dowels nice and flush. There's a nice big hole at the end of the handle so you can hang this up. Rubberized grip on both sides. Nice big button to take the blade out. You might want to reduce the size down for transportation. It makes it quite a bit smaller. But yeah, I've had good experiences with these saws. I like them. They're quite useful. So yeah, nice useful saw with 2 blades on it. Very versatile, flexible blade. Highly recommend these if you're into woodwork. Here is a quick side-by-side comparison. This is the old one that I've had for a few years now. Slightly shorter than the new one, and they've got different holes at the ends. The new one's got a much bigger hole. The grips look a little bit different. The button on the old one is metal, the new one is plastic, and the old one doesn't have much branding on the blade, and the new one has a big Parkside sign on it. So I also bought this solar powered LED solar light from Lidl. The company's called Livano Home, and this also has that 3-year warranty. It says on the box, LED solar light, modern design with a twilight sensor and motion detector, tiltable light head, max 10 meters. So the span of the light goes 10 meters out. And the maximum brightness is 600 lumens, 4000K neutral white, so a nice sort of day white, not too blue, not too yellow, with a garden ground spike and a bracket for wall mounting, so you can put this in the grass, in the lawn, or you can mount it to a wall. Here is the solar light. Here's the ground spike that it comes with. It also comes with 2 screws and 2 raw plugs, and then the light itself, which has got quite a beefy solar panel on the top. As you can see, this can be mounted via these 2 holes to a wall, and you can angle it as well and then twist this and lock it in position, and it's got quite a powerful LED light. I'll just try and demonstrate that now. Here is the LED. You can see it's in the daytime as well, and it's still pretty bright. Nice bright light there. And you can see the max power is 8 watts. Battery 2 times 3.7 volts, 1200 milliamp hours, rechargeable. And it's got an IP54 rating. So I also bought this selection of garden trowels. There was quite a few different ones. This isn't all the ones that they had on offer, but I bought this selection. This is like a spiked one. It's got a spiky end on it. They've all got nice wooden handles. They look quite nice. This is your more sort of traditional trowel, rounded end. And then there's like a pointy one to dig holes and sort of through rough ground. It's got like a serrated edge on it. So great if you're into your gardening. So here is another interesting tool that I picked up. It's a Parkside Cordless Combi Shear. The model is PG SA4B3. 2-in-1 for tidying lawn edges and shaping shrubs and hedges. Grass trimmer blade with a width of 80mm. Hedge trimmer blade, max cutting thickness is 8mm. Hedge trimmer cutting length 120mm. Blade change, tool-free click system. So then, just to give this just a brief overview, it's a basic garden shear, miniature garden shear, good for topiary, cutting small hedges, small edging, that sort of thing. Feels quite comfortable. As I say, I'll probably do a more extensive review on this in future. It has a safety feature here, but I'll go into that on a future video. This is like the mini shear that clicks on, and it also has the main shear too. And you charge it. It's got a battery built in, and it charges with a USB Type-C cable. Okay, so there you have it. Plenty of DIY and gardening tools, bargain tools to be had at Lidl supermarket this summertime. Even t-shirts and hats. If you're into your DIY and your gardening, then get yourself down to Lidl and have a look at what they've got to offer. So if you did find this video useful, please remember to like and also consider subscribing for more DIY related videos. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.